Hello guys, myself LK Tripathi from LPM Public School. Dear children, we will discuss about history. This is your second video of the chapter, and this chapter will elaborate us from different types of information about the truth of the photography of that period. So let's get started. Photography. What type of photography developed during the medieval period? New to the arts since in the 19th century was photography, which reached India soon after its discovery in Europe. Samuel Borne was the first noted European photographer to reach India in early 1860s. Who was Samuel Borne? Very renowned photographer from Europe, entered India to develop this type of art in the country. He set up one of the most famous photographic studios in Calcutta. Nowadays, that is Kolkata, known as Borne and Sheffield. इस नाम से उन्होंने यहाँ पर एक स्टूडियो डाला फोटोग्राफी के लिए, जिसका नाम था बोन एंड शेफर्ड. Another famous photographer was फेलिक बीटो. फेलिक बीटो भी एक बहुत ही रिनाउंड फोटोग्राफर थे उस पीरियड के. उन्होंने भी आल्सो पेड a lot of effort in the field of photography. In the late 19th century, Maharaja Bir Chandra Manik of Tripura was among many princes who took a keen interest in photography. Maharaja Swami Ram Singh II of Jaipur was another skilled practitioner noted for his portraits of British notable and women in his court. However, Lala Deen Dayal was known as the era's most famous photographer. He belonged from our country, India. He was Lala Deen Dayal. He also became very popular and expert photographer of the country. He worked for both British and Indian patrons, and among his subjects were Lord and Lady Curzon and the Nizam of Hyderabad. He was appointed court photographer to Curzon. Many other Indian photographers began taking the photographs of the national marches and meetings as well as the everyday life of the people. Architecture. What development took place in the field of architecture? This discussion will give us information about that. The British, like the Mughal, used architecture as a statement of power. Towns in India were modeled along the British architectural lines and included institutional, civic and utilitarian buildings such as post offices, railway stations, assembly halls, water system, clock towers and public hospitals. Many such structures can still be seen in Bombay and Madras and the other cities built during the British period. Bombay. In 1864, the Governor of Bombay, Sir Basil Frere, launched a grand-scale rebuilding plan. Several imposing public buildings were constructed, like the Victoria Terminus, the University of Bombay, the Town Hall, the Prince of Wales Museum, and the Gateway of India, etc. The Victoria Terminus in Bombay, now called the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, built in 1888, was named after Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria के नाम पर इस टर्मिनस का नाम बनाया गया था, but recently the name changed and this terminus became the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus. It was designed by a famous British architect, F.W. Steros. It was recognized as an UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2004. Victoria Terminus model on St. Pancras Station, London, combined the Gothic and Indo-Saracenic style. It looks more like a cathedral than a railway station. Stones of different colors were used along with decorated tiles and stained glass. Both domes and spires coexist harmoniously in this magnificent building. Another Indo-Saracen building, the Prince of Wales Museum, was built in the 20th century. It was constructed to commemorate the visit of Prince of Wales. The building was designed by Bombay's most outstanding landmark is the Gateway of India. This high arch was built to commemorate the visit of British monarch George V in 1911 और इसको बनाया गया था जब ब्रिटिश किंग जॉर्ज फिफ्थ इंडिया में आया था 1911 में, उसके जो है वेलकम में गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया को बनाया गया था. एक कन्वेंशनल आर्क ऑफ ट्रियम्फ inspires its 26 meters high arch base. It is complete with 4 turrets and intricate lattice work carved into yellow basalt stone. The gateway was made of yellow stones and reinforced concrete. The last British troops to leave India passed ceremonially through this gateway in 1948. जब यहाँ से अंग्रेज जाने लगे, अंतिम ट्रूप इनका यहाँ से जाने लगा, तो ये सेरेमोनियली इस गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया को उन्होंने एक मार्ग के तरफ पर यहाँ छोड़ गए 1948 में. इसका जो है मेमोरी में जॉर्ज के इसको यहाँ एज इट इज छोड़ के गए. मद्रास, ए ग्रेट मेनी ग्रैंड बिल्डिंग्स वेयर कंस्ट्रक्टेड हियर in the late 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. यहाँ अंग्रेज़ों ने जो है बहुत सारे शानदार भवन बनवाए मद्रास में 19th century और 20th century के दौरान. The war memorial which is situated to the south of the Fort St. George is a graceful building. यहाँ पर जो वार मेमोरियल बना हुआ है ये फोर्ट के दक्षिण तरफ में बना हुआ जिसको सेंट जॉर्ज के नाम से जानते हैं, जो एक बहुत ही ग्रेसफुल बिल्डिंग मानी जाती है यहाँ पर. इट वॉज बिल्ट इन 1939 इन मेमोरी ऑफ द वेरियस हु सैक्रिफाइस देयर लाइव्स ड्यूरिंग द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर. अब हम लोग इसको यहीं समाप्त करते हैं. दूसरे वीडियो में हम लोग इसको आगे डिस्कशन करेंगे और बहुत कुछ इस बारे में जानेंगे. So many things will come out from the new discussion, new video. Till then, thank you and goodbye.